I uh, I don't know why I was asked this question, but people want to know how is my typical day like. What is a typical day with Loy Machedo like? Okay. Um, Before I go to sleep, okay, this is before I go to sleep. There's one habit I follow. So my day doesn't start actually when I wake up. My day starts before I actually go to sleep. So before I go to sleep, there's one thing which I always do is I clean up my PC, delete all the photographs, delete all the videos, delete all the forwards, delete all the emails, delete all the WhatsApp messages. Everything is deleted. Uh, Security checkups are run on my computers. Okay, complete scanning, and I run a software which finds out if any residual stuff is there. Okay, so all that is there, and then I clean up my table, and I clean it not just with a cloth, I clean it with this alcohol, so it's like prim proper fresh. I keep everything in place, from my desk to everything else, because my baby also comes in and makes a mess sometimes. So everything is cleaned up. Everything is kept in place, everything looks spick and span. Then yes, I do mop the floor, because I sleep on the floor. I like to sleep on the floor. And once everything is done, I also know what I'm supposed to do the next day. So I have my plan for the next day. Bye bye. Yeah. I have my plan for the next day. The small baby was saying bye. And I know what I'm supposed to do the next day. Okay, so then I go to sleep. I don't have any particular time where I get up. Okay, I don't have a time. I believe when the body is ready to wake up, it wakes up. That's the luxury of being your own boss. So I wake up when I'm supposed to wake up. So if there's an urgent task, I might get up a little early. If there's a video recording or something which is urgent, or there's a client, then there's a timing. There's normally I get up when I naturally have to get up. Okay, so that's normally like 6 hours or 8 hours of sleep. After I wake up, the first thing I do is put on my exercise clothes. Okay, first thing after getting up, obviously go answer nature's call. Put on my exercise clothes, and the first thing is go for a relaxing run. Relaxing, nothing, I'm not pushing myself. And as I'm running, you zone out. I just think, okay, what am I going to do for the day? I also mentally rehearse ideas about what I'm going to say in terms of these videos. Not always, I don't know why am I getting this. Okay, not always what I plan is what I say. Like, and I didn't plan to say this video, but it's like a mental exercise. So after I finish the exercise, which takes around 1 hour, so let's say I got up at 9, got ready 9:30. Say I left. Say by 10:30 I finish my 1 hour of running. Then 10:30 starts this video session. Okay, say 11. I start my video sessions. I do it for an hour. Okay, and after I finish these video sessions, the next one is like, I obviously have to shower. I have bath in cold water. I like having bath in cold water because it just shocks your system. It's good for the body. It's good for the mind. I don't like hot water. Hot water relaxes you, but cold water is much better. I always have bath in cold water. In fact, I got the heater disconnected in the house. So me, my wife, baby, everyone has bath in cold water. And it's good because you go to the village, there are no heaters. People have bath naturally in cold water. And it's refreshing, okay? Like that ice bucket challenge. Indians used to do the ice bucket challenge from ages with a lota, with a balti, mug. Okay. So after the cold ice bath, as I'm having my bath, I might listen to a YouTube and all that. And when I have bath, there's one thing which I do. I enjoy the bath, okay? I put plenty of soap and make sure that I'm taking care of the body. I brush my teeth properly, make sure that it's taken care of, because dental hygiene is very important. So after I'm absolutely fresh and smelling nice, okay, then what do I do is, this is because I stay in a humid country. One thing which maybe people don't know is I apply powder all over my body. Powder. It's like tons of powder. I specifically like Johnson's baby powder. Okay. So I put the powder and it's, and I know there is always that statement that goes around, Indian men are stinky and smelly. So that was something that I, right from childhood, never wanted. Always wanted to smell nice. Okay. And yes, I did get girlfriends who smell very nice. Once a while I did catch some girl smelling bad and it was like, ew, fuck. So I always wanted to make sure that I smell so good that a girl wouldn't mind getting physical with me, you know. So that became a kind of mantra. So I make sure from Dior roll-ons to perfume to whatever, I take care of my body. Make sure smell nice. Many times my wife just hugs me and says, ooh, you smell so nice. Okay. I like smelling good. Okay. So after that part is done, this one is a ritual, which is good for me. I take my wifey. My wifey always likes to come with the baby, and I go have 3 shots of espresso. Okay, espresso without sugar. I have the espresso without sugar because one is I don't want sugar in my system first thing in the morning. The second thing is when I have the espresso bitter, it kind of really kicks in. It makes you like, ah. And if you have sugar with a hot beverage, your sugar spikes up. I don't want that. So it just, I don't know. For me, espresso works like some kind of drug. It makes me like, like an animal. So I'm like laser focused, okay, laser focused. So I drink the espresso and I know that my heart rate is increasing. I'm pretty aware because of the years of experience. And I know now is within like 20-25 minutes, the focus will kick in, okay? So then I drive back home, okay? In between, if my wife has to buy something from 7-Eleven, maybe something to eat for the baby or whatever, then reach home. So by the time it is nearly 1 o'clock or 1:30, or sometimes it's even 2 o'clock. So then I'm aware of the fact that I have the next 3 hours before my wife asks me to take her for shopping in the, market, okay? So what I do is, for the next 3 hours, I focus on what is important. Normally, I end up with all these mails and messages and all this important stuff. So what I tend to do is, I first will check, just quickly glance through and see, okay, what is important, what needs my attention, okay, immediate. So after I checked all that, I know what is important, I know what has to be addressed, fine. So I act on them. The other thing which I do, which is not like hardcore productivity related work, but I'm a part of Dominations, a game, online game. My team wants me to finish my war, like my attacks. I'm supposed to attack because I'm part of this alliance. So I like to finish that and get it over with, because I don't want that being carried over throughout the day, or if a client calls me, because the time difference between Thailand and other countries. So I just do that as I'm checking what is important. So it takes around half an hour to 1 hour. So I finish that, at the same time checking all the important mails and everything else. The only exception to this rule, is if I have a very important or breaking news or urgent client or something, then after coffee it's only that, nothing else, okay, nothing else. Because money and work is most important. So otherwise it's normal. So by the time it's 5, my wife comes into the room and says, it's time to go. I say, okay. So then I take my wifey with the baby for, what do you call that? I take her for the market, okay? We go to the market, there half an hour or 1 hour goes, shopping, checking vegetables, buying fresh fish, fresh chicken, fresh whatever. So we buy, And I always make it a point to buy fried chicken pieces, like that KFC kind, or they make the normal kind. That's hardly $1. Buy that, come home. Baby will eat, wife will eat, they'll eat outside, I'll eat in my room. So I finish that. And then begins the second part of the day, that is mostly clients get in touch with me, or there is any important work, or I have to upload or do anything else that is there. That is not so important. That doesn't need much of my attention. However, if there's a client, well, all focus on that. By the time it is like 8 o'clock, I'm kind of tired mentally. So that time I don't do any mind numbing work. I'm normally relaxed, okay? Normally relaxed, or I'll be watching YouTube videos, or I'll be doing research online, or preparing for the videos that will come ahead. So either it's a client related work on personal branding, or I have to have a session, but something that doesn't involve too much of my mental faculty. However, if it is something, like I said, of critical importance, everything else gets shut down, only focus on this. So 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, we have a dinner, simple dinner, nothing great. Whatever wife makes, she makes something for me. And then it is me time. Me time is just relaxing. Either I'm watching videos, playing a game, reading books, just whatever kills time. Sometimes I even take the wifey for an outing somewhere, or we eat somewhere out. That's it. By the time it is, I think, 11 or 12, and then I might feel sleepy. And if I feel sleepy, well, it's time to sleep. That's it. And once again, my same ritual starts, where I clean up everything, clean up the PC, clean up the whole house, make sure room is in order, and then it's time to sleep and prepare for the next day. So this is my normal day-to-day schedule. This is what happens on a given day. More or less, it's my routine. It's what repeats itself. And I've been doing this now for, I think, a year. Literally a year. And pretty happy with it. So this is my morning routine. Do you have any productive morning routine that I should know about, or something that is worthwhile, or something that is exceptional? Yeah, let me know. I always read your comments, and if you have any questions, love to hear them. Let me signing off. Take care.